Hi, Soul Fam. I have a job interview today, so I had to put my little bougie shirt on. And I went to find a little filter, and I was like, oh, that's quite nice, look quite tanned. And this came up, high maintenance, and I laughed. And then Spirit said, no, keep that there, because that is actually what you were going to talk about. High maintenance, right? When we think of the word high maintenance, you might think, oh, that woman is a bit much. It's going to cost me a lot to stick with that woman. All that. It's usually referred to a woman, let's face it, but men too. You can have a high maintenance man. But it's kind of like suggesting that, you know, you've got to put a lot of effort in, and she's very demanding and she needs a lot of attention and da-da-da. Exactly, right? So here's my point with what was coming. I'm having so many like special moments recently with my inner child, because she is literally leading the way for me. I see it's gone now. It's the same filter, but it just disappeared. Signs. Right. So what I was hearing is, in order for us to become, and I'm almost emotional, there's always tears every time I want to talk. In order for us to become our highest versions of ourselves, and we don't have to do this, right? We don't have to take that cross and carry it. We can stay the same, but I don't want to, okay? So in order for us to be the highest, most potent, most beautiful, most powerful versions of ourselves, where we can step into alignment with the divinity of Source and why we came here, we have to do the work. There is a lot of maintenance, maintaining the truth of who we are. When all the dirt comes, when all the self-doubt comes, when all the rejection comes, when all the abandonment stuff comes, we have to maintain the spirit within. I'm becoming super sensitive to any niggles or any, like heart palpitations or any feelings within my body that are bringing me signals that my inner child is resisting or reacting or leaning into certain situations, okay? And because I'm tuning in and listening to her, she is, as Spirit told me 2 weeks ago, quite profound, literally leading me in the right paths. So this morning I had a hot minute. Sometimes I wake up and I have anxiety for no reason, right? That just seems to be something that I deal with. And this morning, I felt this resistance, or my heart almost like closing. And I stopped and I said, what is this? And she said, I just need to be seen for doing nothing. I need to be accepted. And when you spend time doing the maintenance or just stopping and listening, like I wasn't this sensitive to my inner world before. I've maintained this. I've worked hard on this. I've realized the importance of it, rather than ignoring shit, ignoring my shadows, ignoring my reactions. And the more I'm going into this walk where I'm actually tuning in and listening to the little me, I'm realizing that every reaction in my body as a female adult, as a woman, is her saying, oh, that reminds me of, ooh. That reminds me of, ooh. And the more I listen to her and then say, oh no, it's okay, then I'm able to go further in my journey, because it's not stopping me in my path, okay? And I think this is why I'm here. If I can walk this path and speak it, transmute what I'm going through and bring it to document it in a format that people can hear and understand and receive, then you're giving that gift of wisdom to others. And this morning I was driving and I was just hearing this, my inner me, my little me said to me, do you know why you're doing this work with me, this teamwork? What's going to work? Teamwork. Do you know why you're doing this teamwork? She's talking to me. And I said, no. She said, because if you can heal this and you can understand it, you're going to help so many other people that need to heal their inner child, who are caged in adult bodies. I want to ask you or challenge you to start asking your inner child, the little version of you, what's up? Build a relationship. I never used to understand this inner child work. I thought it was just like, oh, go and do something that you would have enjoyed as a child and somehow that will make you feel better in the present moment. It's really much deeper. It's very connected to your psychological, the early 7 years of your life where you've built the structure and foundation of who you essentially think you are and how you view the world and how you have your relationships. And if you can get in there and sort of understand it and untangle it, you're going to have so much more freedom and liberation and more richness of relationships and understand yourself. I love trying to understand people and the way we work and the way we act, right? So go and tune in with your inner child. And also, rather than just start tuning into how your body feels, okay? So if your heart starts to close up or clench up in a situation, it could be, this isn't right for me, or it could be, hang on, what is my inner child reacting to? What does this remind her of, him of? Oh, I felt like this when my dad did that, or my mum did that, or my great auntie did. Do you know what I mean? We don't react in our bodies or resist things, or you might meet someone in your life as an adult and instantly have this reactivity to them. And then you scratch the itch a little bit, you're like, oh, that's because their energy or the way that they're talking to me reminds me of this. And when you get past that, it might all just settle and you can have an agreeable relationship. There is so much depth to the way we act. And we put judgments on things and make assumptions. And just maybe for, I don't know, the next couple of weeks, start talking to the little you. Sounds a bit odd, but I'm having profound effect. As Spirit said, she's going to lead me. And she is. It's like having a little guru inside me. I'm like, but you're like 6 or 7. How are you so wise? Well, to enter the kingdom, you must become like little children. She knows what's wrong. She remembers, it's stored. She knows why big adult me is reacting to shit or finding it hard to get past a certain thing. There's a block. What is it? And find accountability buddies and befriend people. Help each other through this. Love on each other. Be kind. You know, this morning I woke up, as I said, anxious. And it can seem sometimes like you're trying so hard to move forward or to progress, or you think, oh, March is going to be an amazing time, and then March comes and goes and you're like, what changed? Sometimes it can feel like a disappointment before the reality. It's like my spirit knows shit's changing, I'm changing, but you're waiting for the manifestation to drop into the physical realm and it's not here yet. And I know that will speak to many of you. My boy Christian, I know. We're going to have a little card reading together later and try and work out where we're at. But this is it. We need to encourage each other. You need people around you that can feed into you as well as you feeding into them, right? And I know that stuff's changing. And I'm looking at this rain. Hang on. Look at this rain. It was just pouring, but it's wet. The Spirit said to me, I'm washing away shit. Don't doubt. Don't doubt. Spirit's up to shit. Is that appropriate to say? Yeah. Spirit is up to stuff, and yeah, we might feel like it's not happening in our timing, or we're not even sure what we're waiting for. I feel like there's this whole fresh season waiting for me, and I don't see any evidence of it. There's this feeling in my spirit that everything's going to change, things going to change, and maybe it starts with us, right? Maybe it starts with us, and the internal is going to then bring a reflection of the external, and start speaking life and faith